Thanks so much, Laura. I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity to share things that I'm very passionate about. This has been a fantastic experience, just even getting to know you. I'm a returning person, a returning speaker for 40 plus, but it's been a few years, so you probably don't quite remember me, recognize me, or what have you. But we're going to do things differently. There'll be some PowerPoint slides just simply because I'm an MBA. They might revoke that if I don't have any PowerPoint slides. But really, today it's more about conversation. It's more about uncovering. It's more about discovery. So not the whole thing is not just going to be one slide deck after another, right? So I hope you guys are okay with that. All right. So I am a mindset coach, which is what Laura mentioned. And the number one question I get is, well, what the heck does that mean? And then the second question that people are thinking, not always articulating, is why is it important? Why do you need a mindset coach? Because mindset's become such a big and buzzy word, right? Everybody's been talking about it for a while. So the question is why? I want to start with a short little story, and the story is about me. And let's see if we can figure out why mindset is so important. Okay. So a few years ago, I was a member of a Toastmasters club. So for those of you who've never heard about Toastmasters, this is where you learn public speaking, you learn confidence, you learn time management, and a whole host of other things. And one thing that most people don't know about Toastmasters, it's all about competitions. They have competitions every time you go to a club, basically. And so there was a club level competition that goes, and then it extends all the way up to the international, right? So you win one, you move to the next, you win that, you move to the next, and so on and so forth. So I was encouraged to participate in my club level competition, which I did, and I passed. And so we moved on to the next one, which was the area level competition. Now, the competition that I was in was kind of different. Toastmasters is all about giving feedback, right? Because how do you improve if you don't give feedback? And according to Toastmasters, there's an art and a science on how to give feedback. So they actually had a competition on who gives the best feedback. That's the competition that I was in. And the way the competition works is they get a speaker. All the contestants hear the speaker give her speech, and then we're all ushered back into a room, and we're all given 5 minutes to really think about how are we going to prepare our speech, which is the feedback speech, right? So you go back into your room, and everybody's furiously scribbling and thinking and processing, except for one guy. This one guy is talking non-stop, and everything was about how he's been at Toastmasters for 20 plus years, and he has won every competition he's gotten into, club level, international level, this level. There's not been a competition that he has not won. He's walked into a club not even knowing that there was a competition, and he's won, and so on and so on and so on. And as he was talking, the thought that was going through my head was, well, if this guy's so good, what chance do I have? Right? I've been a Toastmasters for 3 years. He's talking about 20 plus years. This is my first competition series. He's been doing this forever. So I started to kind of discount myself, and I was telling myself, well, why bother? If he's going to be so good and he's going to beat everybody, why even bother? And then I was like, wait a second. What the heck am I doing? I'm a mindset coach. If anybody should be catching these kinds of thoughts, it should be me. And this is what I tell my clients. Generally, we lose twice. First in our head, and then when we actually play the game, because we've already told ourselves, guess what? It's not going to work out. So I had to immediately turn my mindset around, right? I had 5 minutes, and I had to also prepare in that time. So I was like, okay, what can I do in 5 minutes? So no, I didn't tap. I thought that would be a little weird with everybody around me. So I had to change my thinking very quickly, and I had to come up with a statement that I could believe in that would make me feel confident. And the only statement in that moment that I could come up with was, somebody's got to win. Why can't it be me? That's it. Now, most people, when they talk about affirmations, they're probably going to tell you to go pie in the sky. You're great. You're perfect. Everything's wonderful. You're going to get it. Wrong thought, wrong choice, because what happens is if you don't believe it, guess what? It's not going to be true for you, right? It's not going to happen. So I had to go with what felt true. Wasn't some pie in the sky thing. It was just very simple. Somebody's got to win. It's a competition. Someone's going to win. Why not me? And what that did was it immediately turned my thinking around. And instead of focusing on this guy who's still jabbering away, I got down to business and I changed my action steps because now I'm focused on what do I need to say in order to win this competition, right? My mindset completely got reversed. Instead of me thinking, what am I going to do to lose? It became, what do I need to do to win? And so that's what a mindset coach does. And that's why it is so important to understand what's in your mindset, especially when you have a big goal, right? When you have a big goal and you don't know what's going on and it feels kind of frustrating, check out what's in your mindset. So just gonna ask a random question here, and you don't know the answer, but guess, who do you think won that competition? Yeah, I did. And I mean, here's this person who's been doing this for 20, I can't remember, 20 years, 30 years, whatever it was. But somehow or the other, I told myself that I'm in the game. If I'm going to play the game, I need to be in the game. I cannot exclude myself right from the beginning. And that, guys, is what we are going to be focusing on today.